Good evening, dignitaries, representative of the Academy of Cultural Diplomacy, representative of Interparliamentary Alliance for Human Rights and Global Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor and privilege to be invited by the Academy of Cultural Diplomacy to be part of this special celebration. This celebration is historical in many ways. It marks a turning point not only in Berlin, Germany, but also in Europe. It did not only have an effect of unifying Germany, but in a more metaphorical sense brought down many other walls. It literally propelled the creation of many new independent nations. The fall of the wall of Berlin was more than simply bringing down a wall of brick and mortar. The accomplishments resulting from this feat probably could not have been foreseen at the moment in time. Most of us can still remember where we were, what we were doing when the fall of the Berlin Wall was aired on television. We can still vividly see the images of people straddling the wall and reaching to the other side to greet each other. We can still see men and women with hammers and chisels actively breaking parts of the wall to bring it down and at the same time making history. A person who inevitably comes to my mind at this celebration, of this moment of celebration, is the President Ronald Reagan. Many can remember his speech in Berlin when he pronounced the words, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." This was in June 1987. Places back then only served as crossing point like Checkpoint Charlie, Potsdamer Platz, Klinkerbrücke, or Bernstraße today have become the most see sights when visiting Berlin. The fall of the Berlin Wall did not happen or was achieved without its difficulties. The fall was not supported by many, and the thought of a unified Germany has caused a sense of uncertainty at that time, anxiety, and even fear. Many doom scenarios must have crossed the minds of those who were against the unification. Today, Germany is an economic powerhouse of global stature. It excels in many feasible fields and has become an example to many countries because of its success and its contribution to worthy causes on a worldwide scale. The Berlin Wall was not just a wall that was built. Walls throughout centuries have served a wide variety of purposes. They were built to protect and to keep enemies away, to keep the loved ones safe, to mark and to protect the boundaries of castles, city, or even countries, or to signal the unknown stranger that were trespassing forbidden territories. They have been erected later to be demolished. We have known many famous, infamous, and even notorious walls. Some walls have caused a lot of commotion before they were even erected. The Berlin Wall was no different. It was not built to protect inside the wall, but to keep people confined. Ladies and gentlemen, my intervention has two sides, and the message from the Aruban government ends right here. But my personal message just starts, because this wall, and why I choose for such a short introduction, this wall and what it meant at that moment is just the beginning of a journey. My country, Aruba, an island in the Caribbean, has also a wall, a water wall, and perhaps has a different meaning if I take in consideration the situation with our neighbors, Venezuela. It's helping us in some way to protect ourselves. And I grabbed this opportunity in order to raise awareness to this situation, because I was last week in Brussels during the IOM in Brussels, and everybody was talking about the impact of this situation, but only seen from the mainland, America, how it impacted Latin American countries of North America, and even countries of Central America. But nobody dared to mention what the impact was to the Caribbean. And that's why I make use of this opportunity in order to raise the awareness that what started in 1989, November of 1989, is just a beginning for us to tear down different kind of walls. Walls in our mind is one of them that I've heard from Professor van Lukenhoven. It's the moment that we have to speak and to raise awareness. I heard from Honorary Member of Parliament, Selina Caesar. And indeed, it's a moment for us to stand still and acknowledge that what started 30 years ago has to continue. It didn't just happen in '89 and we are celebrating and it's over. It's a beginning, it transcends, it develops. Other challenges make way to the modern day, and we have to acknowledge each and every of them. And that's why I'm so proud as a representative of a small Caribbean island, an island with only 120,000 people. And right now, we have to help almost 16,000 Venezuelans that are looking for refuge on our little small paradise. That means, ladies and gentlemen, that 1 out of 10 that are walking around on this piece of paradise is a Venezuelan. So we have to raise the awareness that there is a country in need of assistance, in need of a brother hand, a helping hand. Because this particular situation is not only affecting the neighbor countries of Colombia, Peru, Ecuador. It's not only affecting the countries such as Panama and Central America. It's also affecting the little countries, islands, protected by the water walls in the Caribbean. And that's the main reason why I just chose to talk about the war. We have a war, but ladies and gentlemen, what started in 1989, don't leave it as a singular event, but like Germany propelled a huge change in Europe. It's turned this union into a powerhouse. Let's keep together, let's keep unifying, and let's keep together fighting these type of situations, like the challenge that the Venezuelan situation represents at this moment. Thank you so much for giving me this platform, and I hope that I have made you proud with the last dissertation of this evening. Thank you very much.